Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on the Ratcatchers quest. Now, for this quest you're going to need the following requirements, so you must complete these following quests: It's Claren's Little Helper, Gertrude's Cat, Diamond in the Rough, and Stolen Hearts. That's it for the requirements. Now on to the items. So you're going to want either a cat or a hellcat. A kitten does work as well, however the main objective of this quest is to catch rats, and kittens have a very high fail rate, whereas the cats have a high success rate, so it may be worth you growing your kitten into a cat before starting this quest. You will need some rat poison, which you can find that in the clock tower basement. So if you go on the world map and type in clock tower, it's south of Ardone, and literally if you go into the basement there is a red dot in the basement, and that is the rat poison, so it's quite easy to collect. You will need 4 pieces of cheese, a unicorn horn dust, 1 clean Morentil, 1 bucket of milk, and a cat speak amulet, which you would have received as a reward from It's Claren's Little Helper, and a pot of weeds. In order to get that, you need to use an empty pot with some weeds that you obtain during farming. So if you go and rake any farming patch, you'll obtain some weeds. Use that with an empty pot to get your pot of weeds. You'll need about 600 coins in total, but just obviously you've got your coin pouch with you, so you'll just use whatever you need. And you're going to need about 10 raw fish, because your cat will be fighting during this quest, and the raw fish will fully heal the cat. So it doesn't matter what sort you bring with you, as any type of fish will fully heal the cat, but make sure you bring at least 10 pieces with you. And the only other item is the snake charm, which you'll obtain during the quest. So that's it for the requirements and items. Now onto the quest starting point. So we're currently at the Varrock Lodestone, which you can access via the Lodestone network. Now if you don't have this one locked and wish to unlock the full Lodestone network, I have a guide in the description below, and it's well worth having full access to the Lodestone network to speed up the completion of quests. But from here we're going to go ahead to the quest starting point, which is at Gertrude's house. So those who have done the Gertrude's cat quest, you should remember where her house is, but it's northwest from where we are now, so just watch where I go. So speaking to Gertrude, she'll tell you about training your cat further, and will tell you to go speak to 2 women who can be found inside of the Varrock sewers. So we're going to head there now. The Varrock sewers are pretty much on the southeast corner of Varrock Castle. So if you head to the Varrock marketplace and then just follow the wall along slightly, you should see the dungeon icon on the mini-map, and you'll see a sewer hatch. Open that up and climb down in the sewer, and you'll see 2 old women down there, and you want to speak to them about training your cat. So before they agree to help show you tricks for your cat, they want to see you catch 8 rats with it. To do that, you just need to interact with your cat and choose the chase vermin option. Just a little tip: don't stand in front of your cat where the rats are nearby, because it will block the cat getting to it. So you want to sort of stand in the opposite direction to the rats to allow the cat to go straight for them. So like I said, you need to catch 8 of them in total. I'll just skip that footage now, and I'll speak to you again once you've caught all 8. So after the 8 rats have been killed, return to the sisters, and they will reveal that they can teach you little in the sewers, and will give you a rat pole, and will direct you to a wealthy businessman in Ardone named Jimmy Dazzler. So we're going to head to Jimmy Dazzler now. The quickest way to get to him is to use the Ardone Lodestone via the Lodestone network. And then from here we need to go to his house, which is the building just west of the Flying Horse Inn. So if you head this direction over here, you'll see an agility lock. If you have the required level, you can climb across it. You'll see a bar icon on the mini-map, which is the Flying Horse Inn. You literally want to go into the building just to the west of that to find Jimmy the Dazzler. So Jimmy will tell you that there is a very wealthy building that needs to be cleared of all rats. However, it has to be done in secrecy, as it doesn't want the guards to know that there are rats in the building. So basically we're going to be sneaking around to get into the house, but I shall talk you through that. He'll give you some directions. Once you're ready, read the directions and you'll turn up at the garden of the house. So we need to get into the building by avoiding the guards' attention. If you have your cat out, they will spot your cat if you're running around, so it's best to have your cat in your inventory for this part. There are also 3 checkpoints. Upon reaching these points, any guards who see you will send you back to the relevant checkpoint, so you don't have to start all the way from scratch. Now I'll give you the directions to get through this, however it might be just best to watch my screen and see what I'm doing, as that'll probably make a lot more sense to you. So while facing north, wait until the western guards are next to each other at the bridge, and from there run along the south side of the hedges directly to the west, and then run north and hide at the hedges directly west of the mansion. Then you want to run to the northwest corner when the guard is behind the hedges, and then run to the hedges directly north of the mansion. From here, run to the nearby trellis when the guards have got their backs turned to you and climb up, and while on the balcony you want to move as close as possible to a potted plant on the west and wait for the guards to move away. So first we need to go inside the northwestern bedroom to find the first rat. So once you're safely in here you can shut the door, I believe, and then you can use your cat to catch the rat. When you catch the rat, it'll give you the option to add to the rat pole. Now even though the requirement is to add all the rats to the rat pole, if you do accidentally misclick, it doesn't matter. As long as you've actually killed all the rats in the house, you will be able to proceed with the quest. So once you've killed that rat, you need to find your way into the opposite bedroom across the hall, and you want to wait there. And then once the guards are out of sight line of view, you want to head into the big room, which is southeast of the ladder, and you'll see 2 rats in there, which you then need to kill with your cat. Next you want to go down the ladder in that room and you'll find yourself in a sleeping quarter, and there'll be another rat in here which you can kill. And directly north there is a kitchen with 2 more rats. Once you've killed them you'll have a little chat with your cat, so make sure you don't leave before having that conversation. Once you've caught all 6 rats, you want to return to Jimmy Dazzler. So once you return to Jimmy, he will praise you for doing his small favour and will reveal that the Ardone rat pits in return. Your player will ask about training larger cats, and you'll be redirected to Hook-Nosed Jack. So Hook-Nosed Jack can be found in the fenced off area southeast of the Varrock eastern bank. So if we teleport to the Varrock Lodestone using the Lodestone network, and then once you arrive, if you keep sort of heading in the northeast direction, you'll eventually come up to a gate with a guard in front of it. Go through, and then you should see Hook-Nosed Jack in the area. So speaking to Hook-Nosed Jack, he'll tell you about a rat infestation in a nearby warehouse, and you'll offer to obviously help him. What you need to do is use some poison cheese to catch the rat. So with the rat poison in your inventory, you want to use it on all 4 pieces of your cheese to create poison cheese, and then you want to proceed to the warehouse, which is located south of the Dancing Donkey Inn, and you want to go inside and climb up the ladder. So you want to use your poison cheese on the 4 rat holes that are scattered around the room. Make sure you use the cheese. If you obviously misclick, your character will refuse to eat it, but you must use the use option on the mouse holes. Again, you can see where my character's going to know exactly where the mouse holes are. There's 1 to the north, 2 on the eastern wall, and 1 on the western wall. Once you've placed all 4 of the poison cheese, you want to return to Jack, and he will tell you that his cat Pox ate some of the poisoned rats, and he will ask you to go to the Varrock apothecary to find a potion for the cat. So the apothecary is northwest of the Varrock Lodestone, so you can either walk there or teleport to the Lodestone and then walk northwest from there. But either way, you want to keep heading this direction, and then you want to speak to him to find out about a cat anti-poison. So he'll ask you for a cleansed Morental herb, unicorn horn dust, and a bucket of milk to create the special anti-poison. Make sure you click through all the dialogue when he gives it to you, or you'll have to make another dose. And then once it's in your inventory, you want to return to Jack to cure Pox. So Hook-Nosed Jack will tell you that there is still 1 big and evil rat left, so you want to return to the top of the warehouse, and you'll see the king rat inside a room, but you will quickly find out you can't reach him, so you'll need to be using your cat to defeat him. However, they'll basically be having a battle against each other where they will cause damage. Now if you let your cat's health fall to like 0, your cat will die, and you'll have to get another cat from Gertrude to carry on, which will obviously be a kitten, but that is why you've brought your raw fish with you. So to heal your cat, you need to use your raw fish on the hole in the wall, so your cat can then eat it from there. Because obviously you can't use it on the cat itself, as it's actually out of your reach. So very important. Make sure you use the raw food on the hole. But what you want to do, as soon as you're ready, use your cat from your inventory on the hole in the wall, and it will begin the fight against the Rat King. And you shouldn't probably even need to use all 10 pieces of the raw food for your cat to win, but it's just to be safe, because it's very annoying if your cat dies and you're going to have to then get a kitten who's going to be even harder to catch rats. So after the Rat King is dead, you want to return to Jack, and once again your character will inquire about larger cat, and you'll be redirected to a dwarf in Keldagrim. So you want to go to Keldagrim. The easiest way to get here is if you go to the Grand Exchange, you'll find there is a trapdoor along the western side of it, and if you use that trapdoor, you actually use the minecart to travel to East Keldagrim. So you want to head there now. And once you're in Keldagrim, you want to locate Smoking Joe, who is located east of the pickaxe shop on the eastern side of Keldagrim. He'll tell you about a nearby rat problem, and the only way to get the rats out is to smoke them out, but Smoking Joe can't do it because he smoked too much smoke. That's a bit of a tongue twister there. Offer to help, and obviously you want to use your weeds on your pot to make a pot of weeds if you haven't already done so, and then light it, which will result in having a smouldering pot, and you want to use the smouldering pot on the rat hole to the right of him. Rats will come out on the other side but quickly go back in. Try it again and your cat will say about having your cat out, and basically it will go around and corner the rats when you use your smouldering pot again. So during the cutscene, when you use your smouldering pot on the rat hole, the rats will come out, and this time your cats will be ready to catch them. Afterwards, you want to talk to Smoking Joe again, and he will give you access to the Keldagrim's rat pits and tell you about the face. So the face can be found in Port Sarim. You want to teleport to the Port Sarim Lodestone via the Lodestone network. And then once you arrive, you want to go speak to the face, who can be found roaming around the manhole, which is directly north of the fishing shop. She will tell you to talk to Fellcrash in the rat pit. So you want to go down the manhole and find Fellcrash, who's in the very last room. So you literally just navigate all through the rooms. Your character will inquire about teaching your cat, but she states she will only help if you're able to kill all of the rats in Port Sarim at once, like she claims she did. Because obviously you have no idea how to do this, you then need to return to the face on who will tell you about the story. So the face will tell you that Fellcrash's story has more to it than she said, and you now want to go and speak to Ali the Snake Charmer, who is located in Polnaviak. So to reach Polnaviak, the most easiest option is to teleport to the Alcarid Lodestone via the Lodestone network, and then head directly south to Shantae Pass, and once you go through the archway, you can use a magic carpet to get to Polnaviak nice and quickly. The only other thing you can do, if you have a Polnaviak teleport scroll, you can use that to directly teleport to Polnaviak as well. So once you're in Polnaviak, you'll find Ali the Snake Charmer to the south of the bar. You want to use 1 coin on his money pot to get to his attention and ask him about charming other animals, and he will go on to tell you that he and Fellcrash had a falling out because of her killing of animals. You want to try and persuade him using the wealth option, and you'll say, "What if I offered you some money?" He will offer to give you directions to kill the rats for exactly 1 more coin than you are carrying. Refuse to give him that much by choosing forget about it, I don't care, then select walk away slowly, then select followed by to stop, and he will reluctantly give you a music scroll and a snake charm for 100 coins. So now we want to teleport back to Port Sarim using the Lodestone network. And then once you arrive, stand outside the manhole and you want to read the music sheet. The music sheet is not the same for everyone, but I will basically talk you through it. So the music scroll will show you 8 different flutes, all with different coloured icons, and basically this indicates on what tune you need to play for each page. So obviously you've got 8 flutes. The first flute on the left is what you want to do for page 1, the second flute is for page 2, etc, etc. So you will only play 1 note per page, and you might want to jot these down just so you remember, as you need to do this all in one go. So once you've took note of what the scroll says, you want to go to page 1 and select the matching note from the music. So you'll see there's all these different options to choose from, which flutes, and you want to pick the relevant flute that matches what the first flute had on the music scroll. Once you've done that, you then want to go to page 2, and again, whatever the second flute was showing, you want to pick the matching symbols. Basically, you're doing this for all 8 flutes, or 8 pages to represent the 8 flutes on your music scroll. On the 5th one, you will most likely have to select the high octave option, which is the sort of symbol just above one of the flutes, and make sure you do select that. When you are sure they're all correct, so the 8 pages match the 8 notes on your music scroll, click the play, and if correct, you'll see a cutscene of you playing the flute and the rats jumping off the dock. If I was a bit sort of bland with the explanation, the only other thing you can do really is just watch what I had on my music scroll sheet, and then watch how I did it on screen, and it might make a bit more sense to you, but it's not too difficult once you grasp the main concept of it. So after you've done the cutscene of the rats jumping off the dock, you want to return to Felt Crash in the rat pits to complete the quest. So once you've finished speaking to her, it will come up, congratulations, you completed the Ratcatchers quest. You're awarded 2 quest points, 4,500 of thieving experience, a rat pole, the ability to train overgrown cats into wily and lazy cats, the ability to name a lazy or wily cat up to 6 letters long, access to the rat pits, 2 treasure hunter keys, and 2 hearts of ice. So yeah, overall, not too much of a complex quest. The only sort of difficult parts in this quest, I personally felt, were the bit where you had to navigate around the mansion, avoiding the guards. That can be a little bit tricky, but it's literally just being very observant of where they're standing. And then obviously the last part with the music sheet and notes. I think if any of you are going to get stuck on this quest, it will be the bit at the end. So if you're not too sure on how to do it, feel free to message me in the comments section. I will soon try and help you out as best I can. I don't really know how I'll go about doing that, explaining it to you via comments and that, but I will do my best to help you regardless. But other than that, you shouldn't run into any problems following this guide, and like I said, if you do get stuck at any point at all, especially the bit with the music notes, then leave a comment in the comment section below. If not, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Cheers guys, bye bye.